Now let us take up a January 25 RTP question for the chapter number 11, Ethics and Terms of Audit Engagement. CA Sudhakar has been appointed as an auditor of Amro Limited. Before accepting the appointment, he learns that his cousin, who held the shares in company, recently passed away without children and named him as a nominee of these shares, which has substantial value. Although holding such shares through a distant relative does not violate legal provisions and affect his independence, this unexpected inheritance has taken place in a dilemma. CA Sudhakar on how he should deal with this situation and safeguard his independence. What has happened is that he is an auditor of Amro. Okay, and what has happened is that Sudhakar's cousin is holding shares in the company has passed away, and he has named Sudhakar as the nominee. Now, in such case, actually here this has got a substantial value. So, what steps Sudhakar should take, even though he's a distant relative, but what step he has to take so that he can safeguard his independence. First of all, what happens, my dear soldiers, is that the independence has to be safeguarded. That's the first and the foremost point actually here. So, for any public to have confidence in the quality of audit, the auditor should always be independent and he should appear to be independent. Both the conditions should be there actually. He should always be independent and always appear to be independent also. Example, client is calling for a party or something. The auditor should desist from such kind of task. He should definitely be independent inside also and outside also. So before taking on any work, the auditor must consciously consider whether it involves any threat to his independence. So whether any kind of threat it is happening on his independence actually here. So that you have to check, that you have to highlight, my dear soldiers. So he has to consciously, he has to see that okay, is it causing any kind of threat to his independence? That he has to check, my dear soldiers. That is the first and the foremost. The consciously means is it having an impact on his independence? And when such threat is there, so he should not take up the task, audit work, or he has to eliminate the threat. How he eliminate the threat? He has to put some safeguards. He has to reduce the threat to an acceptably low level. And the safeguard should be in such a manner that it is to be measures to be taken, my dear soldiers. That's the thing here. The auditor, for example, if he is not able to implement the safeguard, then he should not accept the work. He should definitely never ever accept the work. Actually, that's the thing here. So that is one thing. Actually, so suppose say consciously he should not take up the task which affects his independence. But if he is undertaking the work, then he has to put safeguards to eliminate the threat. And if he is not able to put any credible safeguard, then what happens? He should not accept the work. So here also, these are the steps CA Sudhakar should undertake while safeguarding his independence. But as per company law, if a auditor is holding the security of the company, he will be automatically be disqualified. He cannot act as an auditor. So even though as per the code of ethics, he may be permitted, as standards in auditing, he may be permitted, but company law will not allow him to act as an auditor. That's how the reality is. Section 141, subsection 3, which deals with the qualification and disqualification of auditor, there will be a challenge and problem. Okay, but otherwise you can highlight this. Okay, first I want the public confidence in audit to go up. If it has to go up, he must be independent, appear to be independent. Then consciously he should see that are there any threats to his independence. Then he should desist from the task or eliminate any threats actually, my dear soldiers. And finally, he should implement what is it, adequate safeguards, and he must not accept any such work actually. Okay, so these are the things you should understand. I hope you are clear, my dear soldiers. I hope you are understanding.